Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Welcome to Naked Faith. We're going to sing a song, and we'd like you to sing with us, or listen, or dance, or whatever you want to do. But I am going to ask you to be upstanding as you are able, and just get some energy flowing. You know, with the first song, you can't just sit there like you got to stand up. Okay? As you're able, though. That's all. Let's play it. Wrong setting. Has just released a brand new song on Apple Music and Spotify and maybe other things too. Today, it was the release date of his song. So we're gonna play a little snippet of it. The song is called Not Five, and you go under the name Fresh Consideration, right? So look that up on Apple Music, Spotify, anything. You can do it right now, you can do it after. We wanna support Smith. So here's a little bit from Not 5, assuming I'm really going to do my best not to mess it up. I learned it today. It's really hard. Smith's a really good musician, so he creates tough things. And I try my best to learn it. Oh, yes. Sorry, I didn't mean to make this about me. Oh, no. Okay. Okay, ready? Where are we here? Like I said, welcome to Naked Faith. We're very excited to have you here. A couple quick housekeeping things. This is St. Thomas United Church. Thanks, St. Thomas, for hosting us. Very excited. Clap for that. Come on. There's bathrooms over there somewhere if you need it. You'll figure it out. Masking is optional, but if you would like, there are masks in the narthex, right? Just right outside the doors there. Feel free to grab one, put it on. We're happy you're here. I messed up the middle song. My chord came out at one point. Just, what a start, everybody. But we can do this because you know what? We're leaning into discomfort. That's our theme. I just related it.
Oh, nailed it. Okay. On the count of 3, everybody say, "It's okay to be bad at stuff, Andrew." 1, 2, 3. It's okay to be bad at stuff, Andrew.
Thanks, everyone. One of the things I love most about the United Church is we're a very validating, inclusive community. So that was a good example of that. All right. But I'm prepared. See this? This isn't to look cool. This is my sweat catcher. As all of you who have been to Naked Faith before know, I got real sweaty up here. And so I can go like that really fast if I need to. So just wanted you to know what's going on for me.
Andrew, speaking of looking cool.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been razzing Andrew pretty hard about his new orthopedic shoes. And I understand that I'm allowed to do that because I'm Andrew's friend. But can everybody else make Andrew feel good about his shoes? See, they are cool.
You just drew attention to it.
Yeah, they're so bad.
Josh is really mean to me. I'm getting old, and how I know I'm getting old is because I used to wear a lot of Converse, and they have very flat soles, right? Not a lot of arch support.
Yeah, keep talking about arch support.
days of walking around, walking my kid in a stroller and, doing stuff, my feet hurt so bad. So my wife bought me these sneakers so I could have arch support. And that's how I know I'm no longer in touch with the youth. So, on that note, we're going to play a song by a band called the Foo Fighters. They're one of my favorite bands. They just recently did a couple giant tribute concerts because their drummer tragically passed away earlier this year, late last year? I think earlier this year. And so they did a couple big concerts in honor of him, and so it's been on my mind. Foo Fighters have been on my mind, plus I love them. So we're going to sing times like these. So feel free to sing along if you'd like. Ready? All right, let's do it. This person's 7/4. So you gotta clap right. I'm just kidding, it's all the same to us. Us that can't count music.
like these, you give and give again. It's times like these, you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
Hello. Hello. Welcome to Naked Faith. To those of you who have never been to Naked Faith before, Naked Faith is an alternative worship service aimed at youth and young adults, but open to everybody. So you're all welcome here. We started how long ago, Brenda?
Like 12 years ago?
Yeah, 12 years ago, which is wild. And we still love it. We're still having a good time. This is only our third one back in person. We did May and June last year, and so I think we're still all a little bit giddy and excited to be playing music together, right, band? Nice. Oh yeah, we gotta turn Josh's mic on so we can banter.
No, I'll just be loud.
You just be loud.
Yeah.
Or keep saying stuff.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there
all right,
he is.
My name's Andrew. I'll be one of your hosts for this evening, and this is Josh. He's the other host. Everybody say hi, Josh.
Hi.
Oh, you missed it. It's too late. Yeah, what kind of shoes are you wearing, Josh?
Super sick ones?
Super sick ones?
Yeah, my feet hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, look how cool they look. Wow, they match my plaid.
Anyway.
I thought people would react better to that.
They're all feeling sorry for me still, maybe.
I also feel sorry for you.
Listen, I've had enough of this. All right. Like I said, Naked Faith is a worship service. We have a theme every time we do this. Watch this. Watch. Nice. A little bit already got in my eyes, though, I'll be honest.
Andrew's been calling it his
late.
sweat catcher.
It's like a dream catcher, but it catches your sweat. This isn't good mic talk. Let's
Dream-
not talk about my sweat.
Dreams and sweat are the same.
Okay. That's our theme.
That's our team, guys.
Anyways, so we have a theme that we explore. We play music. The idea is we try to pick music that links with the theme. For 12 years now, one of the things we really like doing is trying to find the faith, the spirituality, the holy within secular music. And then we also play a couple worship songs as well. So that's kind of what this is. For all of you who have been here before, welcome back. It's lovely to see you all. Welcome to new people. We're excited to be here. I believe the first thing, we're just going to acknowledge the land that we're on. We'd like to acknowledge that we gratefully gather as Naked Faith on the traditional territories of the people of the Treaty 7 region in southern Alberta, which includes the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprising the Siksika, Piikani, and Kainai First Nations, as well as the Tsuut'ina First Nation and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Wesley First Nations. The city of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Region 3. And Josh, I believe you are going to invite someone up to light our Christ candle.
Yeah, okay, guys. So this time we thought we'd get like some participation. So put your hand up if you'd like to come light our Christ candle. Miller, I see you have your hand up. Just kidding. No, he doesn't. But I like picking on Miller. Guys, I really thought more people would raise their hands. Okay. Come light the Christ candle, please.
Who is raising their hand? The lights are right in my eyes.
Hilda, please come light our Christ candle. Thank you.
I didn't even know you were back there. The light is right there. All right. Hilda's going to come light our Christ candle. Let's applause for Hilda. Yeah.
We're having some difficulties with Christ.
Just try it. There you go. Put it on down. Yeah, there you go. Excellent. We did.
Everybody,
Thank you,
round of applause for Hilda.
We had some difficulties with Christ. Oh, boy. Our theme this month, as you may have seen on the bright orange poster that I made, is Lean In. Lean In. And how Josh and I came up with the theme this month is we were reflecting on last year. And if those of you who came or watched even a couple of the videos, hopefully, you knew that we were exploring social justice issues throughout most of the year. And one of the things that really stood out to Josh and I as we were working on it, which is probably not a surprise to anybody, every month we had a conversation around like, this is hard, this is kind of uncomfortable. That's the point. And I think every single month I would talk to Josh and I'd be like, Josh, I'm really nervous about this one. Like, what if we haven't covered the issue properly? What if we said something that accidentally offends somebody? And he would, do you remember what you'd say to me?
Yeah, I'd say, oh my gosh, you're so right. We shouldn't do this. No. I look at Andrew and I'd say, you know what, Andrew? We're trying to facilitate a conversation from our perspective. And I think as long as we're trying and just speaking from the heart, I think that's what counts.
Lovely. One of the things that makes Josh and I great partners at this is I think we get anxious about different things.
Oh, yeah.
So we can reassure each other about different things. I get anxious about my shoes.
Yeah, you should be. Yeah.
Thanks, Serena. I appreciate it. Could be worse. That's the mantra of my life right now. No, I'm kidding. I'm very happy. All right, let's get back to the theme here. So Josh would say that to me, and I think that was a very valid point because what we came to, and part of engaging with those issues, is that we're supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to be hard. It's not supposed to be easy. That's the whole point. And that by putting ourselves in that situation of being uncomfortable, we were trying to learn, trying to grow, trying to help our community grow, engage with difficult issues. And so we didn't want to just drop that totally and go back to some of the things we've done before. So we kind of decided we wanted to almost take like a meta approach with the theme and just reflect on that overall idea of embracing discomfort. Because I think in our culture, we very much live in a culture and a society of avoiding our discomfort, of seeing discomfort, anxiety, uncertainty, tension as bad, as a problem we need to solve, a problem we need to fix. We don't like to tolerate it. And that makes sense, because, I mean, has anybody ever felt anxious here? Maybe a little bit. I sure have. Yeah, a few hands. You don't have to admit it, because putting your hand up might make you anxious. That's okay. It's not a comfortable feeling. It's unpleasant. And so it's natural that you kind of want to get rid of it. But what we want to explore tonight is that maybe we don't always need to get rid of it. Maybe we don't always need to flee from it or problem solve it immediately. Maybe there's a role for embracing. I'm not ready for that slide yet, but thank you. Maybe there's a role for embracing discomfort, leaning into it, accepting it, working with it, finding out what it has to say to us. One of the things Josh and I were talking about is we think comfort becomes a bit of a parallel to complacency sometimes. When we're comfortable with things, it means we're okay with the way things are, and we get complacent. We're not really trying to change it. Not always a bad thing. You know, if you have like a Saturday movie night that you like, or a Sunday dinner, it doesn't mean you all have to go out and change every single routine in your life that you find comforting. That's not the point. What we are saying is that maybe we need to start examining what is the discomfort telling us. Discomfort has information. It's telling us something, and sometimes comfort means we're getting complacent about really important issues. Yeah. You understand that? Let me just look down at my notes here. Josh.
Yeah?
Say something.
Oh, okay. Vacuums. Zebras. Xylophone.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. I just lost, when I kind of go off script, I lose my place, and, Josh fills time for me.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, one of the most common sources of discomfort that we were reflecting on and thinking about is the challenge of relating to the world, just in general. Relating to the world, relating to figuring out who you are, figuring out your space in the world, where you exist, where you should exist, what your identity is. I think these are all common challenges that youth, young adults, and probably most of us throughout a good majority of our life struggle with. And again, this is often seen as bad. We feel like we should have it all figured out. Those who are youth or young adults, do you relate to the idea of being constantly asked, what are you going to do with your life? What are you doing after high school? Yeah. That's like a sore spot for many people. Because it kind of unearths all of this kind of anxiety of, oh my gosh, I don't have it all figured out. Maybe I should have it figured out. Why are you asking me these questions? Leave me alone. And it's okay to not have it all figured out. We don't need to see that as a bad thing, because that's kind of the process. It's the part of growth, of leaning into that discomfort, into that uncertainty, and learning along the way. One of the, we talked about the social justice services, but another example we were throwing around is that some people know, and the band kind of knows this too, but I get like strongly nervous before every single Naked Faith we do. Even 12 years on, and I've done performance, like I perform lots, but I get really, really nervous every time, and I have troubles eating dinner, and it's not like a terrible anxiety, I'm not losing my mind, because I really love doing this, but I get nervous because I think I put a lot of my heart and soul into this, I want it to go well, all those kind of things. And I think that's an example, as I was thinking about it, of one of those discomforts that I can lean into. It's not something that I have to fix. I don't need to get rid of that nervousness, because I think it tells me, the information it's giving me is that I do care, and that it is important to me. And that people often talk about a little bit of nervousness before a performance helps you be a little more alert, a little more on the ball. And then other times it makes you miss notes, and that's just all part of it. But that's part of the growth, I think. Josh, you had an example.
I did.
Do you want this?
No, I don't need the iPad.
Okay.
No, I spend quite a lot of my time being uncomfortable. I'm an awkward, introverted person. And one of the things that makes me particularly uncomfortable is receiving compliments. Yeah, it makes me so uncomfortable. Part of it is a long time believing that I wasn't deserving of the compliments. And as I've grown, I've realized that a big part of it is I don't like to be the center of attention. And compliments feel like the spotlight's being shone on me, and I deeply despise that. What I'm learning, though, as I get older, is to sit with that discomfort and realize that being complimented is a recognition that I can be successful at things, and it's okay for other people to recognize that, and more importantly, it's okay for me to recognize that.
I like it. I think it's a great example. I think one of the biggest ideas we were talking about in developing this theme was by paying attention to the discomfort, I think is what you were just saying, by paying attention to it, it kind of actually helps us figure out what's going on underneath it, and then that becomes the thing to work with, and it's not something we have to fix, again, or problem solve, it's just we learn, we work with it, we grow. Okay, Nicole has an example, but then I forgot to double check if she wanted to share it or not.
It's right now.
Here we go.
Yeah, I don't know. Andrew asked me what I would say. It's not as eloquent as Josh's. So I am in nursing school. I'm in my second year now, and I'm doing my second practicum type thing at the Rocky View Hospital. And I have a lot of discomfort relating to that, because it's just kind of being thrown in there and doing a lot of new things all the time, and being watched when you do anything. So last year in my first practicum, I kind of dealt with that by being very anxious and avoiding things sometimes, just kind of, if I didn't know how to do something, I would just avoid it as much as possible, give the opportunity to do a skill to someone else. But this year, that's kind of changed, and I've been leaning into it a lot more. And I've been learning a lot more and getting a lot more opportunities to do different things that I want to learn how to do. So yeah, that's been a lot of leaning into a lot of discomfort and anxiety, but it's been good overall.
Thanks, Nicole. A round of applause for Nicole sharing that example. That was a great example. I think it's your section here. You want to come up here? You know what I thought about after you shared your example? I was like, I should make everybody give you a compliment, and that would be hilarious. No, but that would be mean, right? That would be fun. But you've kind of been mean to me so far tonight.
I've been honest with you. First of all, did you guys okay, look at how my shoes match my plaid. Yeah, I don't have this part memorized.
Okay. But you need the whole slide now.
Yeah, Simon, do the next slide.
That's Brenda's job.
Brenda. Simon, remind Be not afraid of discomfort. If you can't put yourself in a situation where you are uncomfortable, then you'll never grow. You'll never change, you'll never learn. That's from Jason Reynolds, he's an author. Yeah, we've talked a lot about, we've talked tonight a lot about discomfort. I'm uncomfortable right now. But Andrew and I talked about, it's not necessarily discomfort we should be afraid of, but complacency. Complacency with, discomfort around us. When we feel uncomfortable, we often see it as bad. We worry there's something wrong with us, something wrong with the situation. But maybe if we can see it differently, it means we're growing, we're learning. With that said, we're going to do a classic naked faith activity that we haven't done in a very long time. Everybody turn to your neighbor, and let's have a little chat about something, the last time you can remember having to sit with something uncomfortable. It could be this moment right now. Anyways, we'll give you a little bit of time.
I think there's,
Oh, look there's more slides. Don't touch my stuff.
Sorry.
Stop touching me, it's making me uncomfortable. You guys see? There's lots of examples. Okay, so questions for you. Where have you engaged with discomfort recently? Where have you chosen to avoid discomfort? And is there a right kind of discomfort? How do we seek it out? Contemplate those questions with your neighbors. We'll give you a little bit of time. I'll talk into the microphone again when your time is up.
And introduce yourself if you don't know your neighbor.
Or remain completely anonymous if that makes you uncomfortable. Do whatever you want. All right, your time starts now. All right, time up.
All right, I'm now going to give you the answers to the I have the answer key right here. No, a couple things. Oh, right. Thank you. There is no one answer. You're right. A couple things we were talking about and thinking about on that third question especially, because I think it's an interesting question and I really don't have a lot of good answers for it, but I think part of it is paying attention to what, again, that idea of what is the discomfort telling you, where is it coming from, not immediately fleeing, but maybe staying with it a little bit, seeing what it's all about, and figuring out, okay, is this kind of a growth discomfort, or is this something that's telling me there's an actual problem here? Because I think sometimes discomfort might come from our values. It's kind of like saying, oh, something's bumping up against our values, I need to shift something. Sometimes it's a boundary's been crossed, and that might be a discomfort saying, like, do something about this, problem solve this, advocate for yourself. So yeah, I don't think there is one answer.
There are two answers. And I'm not going to tell you which one's right. So with what we've been discussing, folks, like Andrew said, we've been linking it back to this idea of social justice. Engaging with discomfort helps us learn what gives us comfort. When we engage in discomfort within this context, we can learn about privilege, why someone might not have the same opportunities as us. We get to decide what to do with that information as we go forward. Leaning into that discomfort gives us the option of choice. If it's helping you grow in the ways you want to grow, or if it helps you tackle important issues, I think that speaks to leaning into the, quote, right kind of discomfort. It helps to point us where we need to advocate for ourselves, for others. Standing up for what we believe in is an uncomfortable process. Conflict is gross. It's easier to just get along with people sometimes, but leaning into the discomfort is important, and it's part of relationships, having each other's backs. Knowing that if someone you love has a problem, then you've got a problem too. When the light is gone and you're on your own, you've been trying but the fight never goes away, and you don't know when the sun will shine again. All you gotta do is look my way.
You got a problem, I got a problem too. If you're standing at the bottom, I'll reach out for you. If you need someone to lean on, baby, I can be strong. I will carry you through. You got a problem, I got a problem too. Everybody needs something to believe. If you want, you can always put your
All right, let's take another one in that same vein. This is about literally, I won't back down. We span all eras here at Naked Faith. That one was for you guys over there. No, I'm kidding. Great song. All right, we're going to show a little a clip. Except for those watching on the live stream, you're just going to have silence for 2.5 minutes because, you know, there's a copyright stuff. So for those of you who are here, we're going to watch a clip from Lord of the Rings because it's wonderful and it doesn't matter how it relates. I'm kidding. I'll tell you how it relates afterwards. Let's watch Gandalf. I was thinking about what I'm going to say, and then for like 30 seconds I was watching and totally in it, like, oh, what's happening next, forgetting where I was. Oh, that's my favorite. Okay, now, how it relates. You know, really I just wanted that last part where he talks about, so do all who live to see such times, but then that was the clip, and I thought, I can talk about Gollum, he relates to this theme, right? Right? Yeah, okay. Really, I think the pieces we want to bring out of that are linked to this idea of uncertainty and control. When we feel discomfort, often it's because we don't have control over something that we kind of wish we had control over. And that not having control over something means we are left with this level of uncertainty as to how are things going to turn out, how are things going to go. And that doesn't feel good. But this is another version of this discomfort that we're saying that maybe we can lean into that because it might lead to something better down the road. Because the reality is, I think you all know this, we can't control everything. Sometimes we wish we could, but we can't. That's exactly what Gandalf was saying. I think we all go through those times where we say, I wish this had never come to me, whatever that is, this time, this challenge, this person. And I think what he says is very true. That's not for us to decide. What's for us to decide is how we're going to handle that, what we're going to do with that. And so it's about figuring out, what do I have control over, and what do I need to kind of lean into the uncertainty around. The whole thing about, and I'm going to give you all the background and the lore about Lord of the Rings and Gollum if you don't know it. Basically what he was saying is that he was saying to Frodo, don't be so quick to dole out judgment and say somebody deserves to live or die. It's a bit of an extreme example. But I think it's again this idea of control. We want to place things in this black or white, all or nothing. Life, death, good, bad. Whereas sometimes the answer is to lean into that gray, that uncertainty of, we don't know. We don't have to know. We don't know how things are going to turn out. We don't know whether Gollum is going to turn out to help or not. Yes, we do, because we've seen the movie. But you get my point. We don't have to know. There's a Brené Brown quote that is lovely to kind of illustrate this. I spent a lot of years trying to outrun or outsmart vulnerability by making things certain and definite, black and white, good and bad. My inability to lean into the discomfort of vulnerability limited the fullness of those important experiences that are wrought with uncertainty, love, belonging, trust, joy, creativity, to name a few. I think that really resonates with me. These things that bring the most meaning and fulfillment, we can't put into certain and definite terms. We try sometimes. Oh my goodness, do we try? Hey, Maggie. I know this church has the best place door to the sanctuary, doesn't it? You gotta walk right in the front. But we can't do that. And that's where we maybe need to lean into the uncertainty. And another one of those, wouldn't you know it, I would say is faith and spirituality. We can't always put this in certain definite terms. I think there's a lot of discomfort that we experience trying to wrestle with faith. What do we believe? What do we not believe? How are we interpreting the Bible? There's a lot of these pieces. And I know that's something I've experienced, and through my years youth leading, I've talked to a lot of youth about this experience of there's a discomfort with even sometimes admitting that you're a Christian or whatever spiritual faith beliefs you have. I even still have this sometimes. There's moments where I reflect on it after, where a coworker asks me, oh, what are you doing this weekend? And in my head, I'm saying, oh, I'm playing at church. But I have this moment of hesitation, because then I feel like, oh, what are they going to think? Do I have to be like, but not that kind of church, and like, we're inclusive and it's okay, and don't judge me. And there's discomfort around it. And so I was kind of thinking, why is that? Is that a good discomfort? Is that a bad discomfort? Again, I don't think it's necessarily good or bad. But I think part of it, and part of what Josh and I were talking about, is, at least part of this discomfort is linked to some of the negativity that certain sects of religion have been involved in, some of the hate and oppression that's been perpetuated by Christianity, Catholicism, most religions. The discomfort is telling us, I think, that we don't want to associate with that part. But that doesn't mean we can't associate with all of it. So I think it's a good thing that sometimes identifying as Christian makes us uncomfortable, because maybe it should make us uncomfortable. I think with all the truth and reconciliation stuff that's been happening, oh yeah, that should make us uncomfortable. If you don't feel uncomfortable, you should talk to Tracy. She knows lots of stuff about that, and she knows more than me. I think the discomfort pushes us to figure out how to use the language of our faith, but without engaging in hateful rhetoric. So I think, and I know that for me, Brent and I joke about this, we've talked about those different naked faiths, It has taken me a long time to get more comfortable talking about faith and Jesus and God and naked faith. The first few years, I'd resist it. I'd be like, no, we're not talking about that. I'm not comfortable. But again, I don't think that's necessarily a bad discomfort. I think it's paying attention to, well, why is that? What is that telling me about where I'm at in my own faith? I said that weird, my own faith journey. And so I think what I've been trying to do is embracing the discomfort of talking about Jesus, of talking about God, of talking about what I believe, about talking about the things that I believe, the things that make me uncomfortable. And one of the things going on that thread that I was thinking about good old Jesus, I think he was somebody who really liked discomfort. He really leaned into it. The stories we love to talk about, Brenda often will bring them up when I'm trying to think of examples to talk about. But he was somebody who actively sought out the outcasts, right? He would actively seek them out, the people that everyone else rejected, the people that would sit at the back of the room, that wouldn't be welcomed in, that everyone else would shun and say, not that person. He would go right up to them and sit with them and care for them, love them, say, you are welcomed here. And I think that's one of the most important things that we've been trying to embrace in the United Church. I think that's kind of our whole thing, is that figuring out what does that radical inclusivity look like? How do we put ourselves in situations where we can be welcoming and loving, but that maybe make us feel a little uncomfortable for whatever reason? And then you also have to balance that with all the other factors in terms of your own logistics in your life and how do you fit that in. It's all uncomfortable. It's all uncertain. There's no right answer. I'm not bringing this up to give you answers. I'm just bringing this up to kind of talk about my own reflections on it when I'm seeking faith and what this means to me and the things that stand out to me. I think my takeaways from this is pay attention to if there are parts of your faith that make you uncomfortable. Why is that? Does that tell you something helpful? Is it a way to grow? Is it something that there's maybe a little bit of an advocacy, social justice piece that needs to happen? What are the lessons we can learn from this Jesus person that we like to talk about? How can we try to approach people that maybe make other people uncomfortable? Why is that? So on that note, I believe I'm going to invite Tracy from St. Thomas United Church up here to lead us in a prayer, and then afterwards we'll invite you up to light a candle in prayer as well.
Yeah, I have a prayer for all of you, but I just wanted to say how much, I was thinking 12 years.
Yeah.
Holy. I don't know how long I've been. I've been here 8 at St. Thomas. So 12 years. Like the amount of growth that this program has garnered in that time. But I also have to say the amount of growth that I've had with your gift of leading in Naked Faith. So I give great thanks for you. Yeah. All right, let's pray. God of discomfort and challenge, as we gather to embrace the leaning in, we come with open hands, open hearts, and open minds. As we have heard, leaning in certainly isn't easy. In fact, it's something most of us would like to avoid. But deep down, we know you don't call us to avoid. You call us to engage with the difficult parts of life. In those times when we are pushed to the margins through the witness of injustice in all forms, help us to have the courage to speak up, speak out, and take action. In those times when we are challenged to self-awareness, help us see through your lens so that those uncomfortable places and spaces become opportunities to embrace. Give us the strength to face uncertainty, reassuring us again and again that we are never alone, that you will always have our backs. And as we continue to reflect on the messages you have for us tonight, help us to look forward to and lean into the discomfort, praying that it is through the difficult times that our minds and hearts and hands are opened to your wonder. May we always trust in your presence, your grace, your boundless forgiveness, and your unconditional love. And as we come up and light our candles in this time, You know our hearts. You hear our prayers. You are with us. We pray this all in your great names. Amen.
I've been lost before. I've taken a few too many left turns.
I've been full of doubt, self-hatred, that old familiar wheelchair. I'm looking for a sign, a guide to give me hope, something to tell me which way to go. And yet we do not lose heart, outwardly we waste away. Inwardly we'll renew day by day. And yet we do not lose heart, outwardly we waste away. Inwardly we'll renew day by day. World's a pretty place, full of drama, darkness, and a flawed faith. I've been full of rage, might my expectations be too high again? I'm looking for a sign, a guide to give me hope, someone to tell me keep on going. And yet we do not lose heart, outwardly we waste away. Inwardly we'll renew day by day. And yet we do not lose heart, outwardly we waste away. Inwardly we'll renew day by day.
Can I gush about the band for a second? Would that be all right? Yeah. Okay, good. So that was a song that I wrote, and we recorded it in quarantine. I think it was near the very beginning of the pandemic, and it was just such a cool thing seeing it kind of come together and seeing them all add the pieces and their voices on it. And then after 2 years, to be able to come back and play it live together, it's been a very moving experience that way for me, and I'm just eternally grateful to play with these people and have them play in the Naked Faith Band. So let me just tell you who they are. This is Nicole. Yay, Nicole. This is Amanda. Yay, Amanda. That's James Deku. Where'd you go? This is Smith, everybody. Smith. He's like Cher. He goes by one name. Do you like when I compare you to Cher? There's worse things to be compared to. And I already introduced him, but back there on the drums, Joshua Carr, everybody.
And that is Andrew Nicholson.
Oh.
He leads us, and it's very hard to do it.
Yeah, it's like herding cats. Yeah. You make this difficult, Josh.
Andrew, I wanted to say it.
Yeah.
While you were talking and doing your whole spiel, I was like, I have a good way to sum all this up. Be not afraid of discomfort, and be judged not by one's faith, creed, or beliefs, but be judged by one's choice in orthopedic footwear.
I want to go home. Here, do you want the script?
Are you uncomfortable? This is the theme. No, thank you. This month. I'm done doing bits now. I'm sorry. This month, keeping in line with our theme of social justice from last year, we've talked about leaning into discomfort. We hope what you'll take away from this month's discussion is an understanding and a personal drive to both recognize and lean into situations that make us uncomfortable. It's easy to view discomfort as something to fix, something to be dealt with, something to be done away with. There's a classic saying that life happens outside of your comfort zone. While it's absolutely fine and healthy to establish boundaries, there's certainly something important there. Growth, development, learning, these are all things that can't be fostered if we don't add air to our bubbles. We need to expand our ways of thinking. We challenge our comfort. Now we're going to sing a song.
I just had a couple texts from my dad. He's watching the live stream. So everybody say, hi, Brian! Hi, Brian! That's good, that's right. That was the respectful answer. None of you know him personally. You shouldn't have called him Brian. I'm kidding. It's fine. All right, we're going to sing a song for you. If you know it, you can sing along. Because kind of our final little theme tidbit, our little theme nugget here. How did I want to word it? I think it was pretty simple. Oh, yeah. Just another way of saying embrace discomfort is to live with courage. So we're going to sing a song called Brave.
Or you can start speaking out.
your bravest.
Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Innocence, you're a history of silence. Won't do you any good. Did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth? Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave with what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. I just wanna see you. Just wanna see you.
All right. Naked Faith is a multifaceted, complex thing to put on, so we need to say thank you to important people. So how we do this is we're going to just start clapping really vigorously, and I'm going to start listing off all the people we're thankful for, all right? So thank you very first of all to St. Thomas United Church and all your volunteers for hosting us, for creating dinner for us. And yeah, thank you very much. Thank you to all of you for coming. Thank you to Brenda for her work behind the scenes. Thank you to Simon for controlling the live stream. Thanks to Tyler for running the soundboard. Thanks to the band for being wonderful and always playing with me. Thanks to Josh for being my co-host. Thanks to Kaylee, Sonic Boom, Oh, haven't gotten to do that one in a while. That was fun. And thanks to Joanna for being my wife and Charlie for being my son. Hey!
And a big thank you to Andrew for putting on Naked Faith!
Thanks. Was that everybody? Oh, I'm always worried about that. I need to make a list. Okay. If I missed you, thank you. Okay, announcements. The next Naked Faith is Friday, November 25th at the, it's like the artist formerly known as Prince, the building formerly known as Living Spirit, down off Elbow Drive and 49.
Just across from the McIsaac Funeral Home off of Elbow.
There you go.
If you see Sundance on the corner, you're in the right place.
Perfect.
Or Sunterra.
So that's on Friday, November 25th. Note that just like this month was a week earlier than we normally do it, that's a week later than we normally do it because, you know, logistics and life gets in the way. So you got lots of notice. Please come to the next Naked Faith. We'd love to have you there. Young Adult Pub Night, the next one is on Thursday, October 27th at the Bull and Finch off Southland and Elbow. Dirty Theology is Sunday, November 6th at the Center. At the Center. And Jam and Cram is every Monday, right? At Fish Creek United Church. And that is what time?
From
4 until 7. Any other announcements that I missed? Lovely. All right. What's next? Is that it? Is just our last song now? Oh. All right. All right. So, if you're a teen, a youth, stick around. I believe you're going to play some games after the service here. You're going to meet up in the hall in kind of 15 minutes following the service. If you're a young adult and you want to go to the pub after this, you're going to go with Brenda. So find Brenda. She'll take you all to the pub. It's on her. The Boston Pizza in Dalhousie. So if she leaves before you get a chance to find out what's happening, go to the Boston Pizza in Dalhousie. She'll be there. Do you normally go on the restaurant side or the pub side?
The pub side, if we can get a table.
Delightful. Ask questions after. It's not a question and answer period. And then, if you're not one of those groups, thanks for coming. And you got to leave after this. Nah, you can stick around and visit. It doesn't matter. We'll be here for a while. But thanks everybody for coming. I feel like my guitar got really loud over the service somehow. I'm okay with it. We're gonna play one more song, and we'd like you all to stand up and dance around and sing along, and just let's have a jolly time with this one. Okay, this is a good one.
Doesn't matter if it's good enough for someone else. It just takes some